Hi everybody, Carissa here with Inky Fairy Designs for the Blitsy creative team today. And I'm going to show you how to take a really busy background in your art journal and highlight some simple shapes to tone it down and give you some areas for some journaling. So this is the background that I created. I was showing a lot of different techniques, and one of the techniques was using an old paper towel and kind of cutting it and bending it to create these little like petal shapes. And so that was one thing that stuck out to me on this page that I could highlight and kind of push the rest of it to the background, but the background would still show through those flowers. So I just wanted to create one more so that I would have 3 on my page, because I am all about the rule of 3. So I'm taking some Dina Wakley of her heavy body white acrylic paint, and what I'm doing is I am just painting that white around the flowers that was what drew my eye on this entire page, was those flowers. And so I'm just kind of painting around it with the white, and you can see it's turning gray, and that's because I have I think it's a dilution spray, and those are water-based. So anytime you put any sort of paint or wet on top of that, it's going to reactivate. And it was fine for me because it just kind of blended into the white and kind of created a little bit of a gray. And it didn't bother me at all. But if that bothers you, just let you know the dilution sprays are water-based, and so anytime you put anything over them, it's going to reactivate. So I kind of try to save those for the end of a project. But like I said, this was a background that I had built, and to show a lot of different techniques that you can use with items around the house. And then sitting in my journal, I wanted to complete the page, and I thought it would be fun to show you how you can look at a page and kind of see things that stand out to you that you want to become the focus of your page, and how you can push back the rest of that really busy background but still have it show through these simple shapes of these flowers. So I'm taking some of this Dilutions blue, and I am using a paintbrush just to paint around the shapes that I had done by stamping with the old paper towel holder. And so I'm just highlighting them and making them stand out a little bit more. And you can see as the paint is drying that background is super, super intense, and it's starting to come through that white paint. So I'm bringing in my Liquitex gesso, which is a little bit more of a cover up. Anytime you don't like something on a background, I say cover it with gesso. So I was like, it's time to bring in the gesso because I just want to push that back a little bit further. And that really dark blue, I can't remember the color of it right now, but it still ends up showing through that white. It's just incredible, the pigmentation of these Dilutions paints. I absolutely love them, and it's just fun, and I push it back enough with this layer of gesso that you can really see that the focus is now the flowers, but you still get to see all of that fun layer and texture inside each of those flowers. So it's just a really great way to keep that but also tone down your page so that you can turn it into something that's not just all about the background. So I'm going ahead and painting a little bit thicker of these blue petals, just because when I went back in with the gesso I kind of covered up some of them. So and just tracing basically with the paint over the shapes that were already there, and then I'm pretty happy with where it's headed. So you can see those circles, they're just coming through, but it's cool. I love it. I'm going to take this acrylic paint marker and I'm activating it right now because I hadn't used it before. So to use these paint markers, you just kind of push them down until the paint starts to flow into that tip, and then you're ready to go. And I just started drawing some stripes. I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but when I added those two stripes, I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. I can add some white journaling onto those lines, and it will just kind of add some contrast, some variation. And when I added those black, I was just super happy with the way that this page is turning out. I'm using a Dylusions paint not marker, but it's a paint pen. It comes in a 2-pack. You get a white and a black. And again, same thing, you kind of shake it up and then push it down to get that paint flowing into the tip. Now, I'm not sure if it's the type of acrylic paint that I was trying to write over. I know that these were meant to write over the Dylusions paints, which are water-based. So I don't know. I ended up clogging the tip. And I know that's not because of the mark of the pen. I know that's user error. I just don't know why. So I've got to look into that a little bit more, but I would suggest not using it over acrylic. Kind of keep it for maybe just doing journaling over the Dylusions paints and other areas like that. So I wanted it to really pop on these black lines with these black stripes that I created. So I pulled out my Uniball white gel pen, which is probably my favorite pen. You know, I like to use them a lot in my art journaling, so I probably should have just gone with that in the beginning, but I really was excited to try the Dylusions paint pen. So I'm gonna have to look into that because I think it'll be a really cool, fun thing to add in my journal. It just didn't work on this surface. So I'm just going over the journaling that I had already done there with the white gel pen. And I have to say, after I looked at this page and I was doing laundry, I have a shirt that I really like. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen a picture of it. But it has florals on it, and it also has these black and white stripes. And I'm thinking that may have been like subconsciously the inspiration behind this page. Because when I looked at that, I was like, oh my gosh, this totally reminds me of my shirt, and I really like it. So you can find inspiration anywhere, absolutely anywhere. So I'm just finishing up this tracing over my journaling, and super slow. Yeah, so that's about it, I think. Oh, I'm gonna bring in some orange. I think it's the tangerine color from Dina Wakley Heavy Body, and add some centers to my flowers after I note the lyrics that this journaling comes from Mumford & Sons with a Faber-Castell pen. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, it needs something. So now I'm bringing in the orange. I'm just going to use the back of my paintbrush and add some dots. That's going to be the center of my flowers, and that really does complete this page. I think it was fun. I know a lot of times I will make backgrounds, just sit and make backgrounds, and sometimes I go overboard. I will not lie. Sometimes I don't know when to stop. But this is a great way to take those really busy backgrounds, see something in it that you really like, that you want to highlight, and then block out the rest of the page around it. You'll still have that fun, beautiful texture and color from the background that you had fun creating, but it'll tone it down, allow you to add some journaling, and just highlight certain areas of it in your art journal. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. For all of the supplies I used today, be sure to visit the Blitsy blog. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.